Fancy lad.
Fancy lad.
Fancy lad.
Podcast fancy lad.
Fancy
Podcast. Gonna talk to my friends. Gonna share a thought.
lad.
Gonna have a laugh. That's what I
Fancy
thought.
lad.
Fancy lad. The Fancy Lad Podcast. Fancy lad. Fancy lad podcast. Yeah.
And we are back.
Oh, baby, we are back. I'm Bigzo. I know exactly where we are this time.
Really? Because I was actually unsure myself.
Fuck. Yeah, no, I bluffed.
But
It does look familiar.
yeah, it looks familiar. The 12-foot ceilings,
Mm-hmm.
big map on the wall.
Big map on the wall.
The blueprint banner.
What the hell is that?
Oh my
What the
dear
hell is
God.
that? Oh, there's
What?
another body in here.
That's true. And it's not Zebo.
It's not Zebo.
And
It's not Renren.
No, I think that we gotta just get right to this because this is a special edition of the Fancy Lad podcast
Oh,
here.
so special. Oh, so special. We got to go. We got to get started.
I mean, there's not many times that we have a skateboarder of this caliber inside the Fancy Lad podcast studio in person.
Let alone in Boston.
I know.
The heck?
That's the craziest thing. And
What
you
the
know what? I
heck?
thought you would have made him feel a little more at home,
Mm-hmm. That's my bad.
but instead, you surround him with these American flags and these British flags. Where's the Canadian flag?
This one's close.
If I had one, I'd put it up, but I just didn't have, I don't have curtains. I didn't have curtain rods. And I was like, I need something up. And I remembered I had this big flag.
That's true. Well, without further ado,
Mhm.
I know that the people did not look at who was on when they clicked on the Fancy Lad podcast because they get so sweaty and deranged that a new episode came out. The sweat just pours in front of their eyes, and
Mhm.
somehow they're just clicking everywhere.
That's if they can read,
And that's if they can read.
which we know most of them cannot.
So, no, you did not guess right. It's not Tom Green on the podcast,
Mm-mm.
okay? It's legendary skateboarder Chris Haslam. Welcome to the Fancy Lad podcast.
Thanks, boys. Thanks. This is I'm half British, so you're
there we
close. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Not bad.
Well,
Well,
the Scottish flag is represented in the Union Jack, right?
Yeah. All three of them.
Yeah, right.
well, some of the greatest American artists are Canadian transplants, Neil Young,
Mhm.
Tom Green.
Tom Green, Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
But, like we always say, why the hell's Neil Young singing about the red, white, and blue? He has no business
I even don't know.
talking about our flag.
Maybe that's where the money is.
The red, white.
Well, Canada has, yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's where he ends.
Maybe he got stained like a Sharpie on there or something.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. But, Chris, thanks for flying all the way from, wait, where did you fly from?
I was in Phoenix, but
Mm.
I'm from Vancouver, so I was just visiting my home in Phoenix, and I was meeting this guy that I do some work with here because he's doing a lecture at MIT. So
Wait, you told me that you flew out here just to be on the Fancy Lad podcast.
that was part of it. Yeah.
Okay. All right, good.
I just didn't know until I got here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the MIT, you're just friends with a doctor there who's doing a lecture? Why they need you there for skateboarding expertise?
They don't need me there, but I've been working with this guy in his Dr. Puyazar. He's a complex pain and addiction specialist in Vancouver in BC, and he skates, and he does a lot of work with fentanyl and opioid stuff and a lot of research and stuff like that. So we're putting together this kind of campaign to we're using social influence and relatability to spread messages of primary and secondary prevention to opioid use and addictive behaviors and kind of mental health stuff. And he saw what I was doing with my company, what I was failing to do with my company with mental health directive. And then we just decided to work together. So we've been going around to all these universities like Harvard and Yale and Stanford, and I'm talking strictly just about like how the skating and how the personality traits of a lot of us that do get into skating,
Addictive personalities.
could resonate at some point in their life with maybe potentially bad decisions.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's just my area. So I get like 3 minutes, and then he goes on for like 50 talking about his protocols using, extended release buprenorphine and all these things. And he's here at MIT to talk about infusing dreams and nightmares with messaging to help addicts not dream about opioid use.
Wait, so like programmed dreams?
Yeah, well, dream engineering is potentially the later thing, but right now it's just now it's getting them in this hypnagogia state before not sleeping but not awake. This very effective area where you can, supply messaging like voices, and you'd say dream trees, and then you can kind of guide the dream so it doesn't go into like I want to use or anything like that, or drink or whatever.
Right.
So that's the beginning stages of it. And I think later on it would probably get into actually maybe like being able to see what you're dreaming of and then direct your dream to the way you want it. But I have no idea.
That'd be good for Tom, because he's been dreaming a little too much about breaks lately.
Oh yeah,
almost exclusively about breaks.
Yeah, but
this isn't the break podcast.
No, and God, would I love to direct Tom's dreams.
Oh,
that'd be good to be. If you're right here, just being able to he's going to say. Anyway, so I do work with him, and Rodney's up here too. Rodney Mullen's here as well, because he does some stuff with MIT, and so I just came.
The king himself, is in town.
Oh yeah,
the Bean. He's in the Bean Town
somewhere.
Right, can we just get
somewhere?
Can you call him in real quick and he just run through here?
Dude, he don't answer that quick. Yeah.
I got a fourth mic if he wants to sit on the floor.
Yeah. Well, so he's here, and I just literally am just here like as a eye candy at this one because I don't have anything to contribute to dream state.
Yeah, they kind of use you as they're like, there's a skateboarder there, and they're like, oh, cool. And
well, I have some people from there talking about like creativity and dreaming about creative stuff, but not in a athletic point of view. So they've been directed to me and Rodney about like, okay, we've never thought about studying dreams in making you a better skater or making you a better whatever athlete or whatever. The role that dreams play in that. So to us we probably do it all the time, but to these guys they don't do it. So I've had a few people come and potentially like, I want to talk to you about creative dreaming and how that affects your skating and shit like that. So
yeah, it is weird, the half dream state. If I wake up in the middle of the night and can't fall back asleep, I gotta have my phone right next to me. Mainly I'm writing jokes.
Oh yeah.
But that's like the time when it'll just like David Lynch says, it'll just be a pearl necklace of ideas that just come to you. I mean, he talks more. He was referring to his meditation state, but it's similar,
Well, it's there's daytime dreaming and nighttime, and the role they both play in your whatever creative process. But so
you're brainwashing people into being better people. Essentially,
I'm not. They might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, still that makes sense.
So I'm just here to see the city, I guess. And
did you check out the legendary MIT gap while you were there?
No, but I saw the Charlie Wilkins double rail that I'd seen in videos for ages.
That's right. So the double rail's in the yard, and then you go to the other rail, and then you got the MIT gap right on the sidewalk.
Oh no, is that like around the corner there? I think I know what you're talking about. I didn't go down that way. No,
like Jeremy Rogers switch heel, PJ tray flip. Bunch of tricks have gone down it.
Oh, no way.
It's just that tall ledge just
over like a sidewalk.
How the hell do you skate in there? Like, I feel like that place would be a bus like crazy, wouldn't it?
I think it always has been kind of a bus.
I haven't seen footage there in quite a while.
Is that like a two try type of thing, or is that like a full session spot?
Actually, last time we skated it, I was filming Ryan Miranda skate the rail, and we skated for a good, I would say about 20 minutes before we got kicked out.
Yeah, I'd say it was one of those spots that you either go there and instantly get kicked out, or you could get like 45 minutes if you went at like the night,
like lighting it up.
Right. That's when a lot of people would skate. It would be lighting it up.
What's the craziest thing that's gone down on that thing?
I mean, no one's really skated it that much since.
Like I've seen that rail in videos all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I mainly just am thinking of like PJ's failed attempted line there with the late nollie front foot flip down the set. Yeah, I'm not too much I know that like Baczynski skated that rail, and nothing's really popping out as like one.
Like I remember
greatest trick.
I remember the rail like a lot, but I don't really remember a lot except for Charlie's thing. But
the iconic double photo. I mean, I think that's probably the most memorable thing there is there. But
cool to see it though. I mean, I didn't know where the hell that was, but
I know. But this isn't the Charlie Wilkins podcast.
No. Has anybody on Fancy Lad skated that thing? We've
covered enough from the Charlie Wilkins Dern Brothers episode where I talked about his tricks at the Agassi rail. But Fancy Lad.
Well, no, I don't think anyone's filmed anything. Like Miranda skated it.
Tony did. So there's a rail to ledge going near the MIT gap, and Tony did a front board, but then just rode onto the ledge next to it. So it was just like a quick like handrail on and then turned onto the ledge. So, but as you would expect it, we thought of a different way of skating those rails.
When they've been killed, you might as well figure something else out.
And one that's very, less dangerous than actually going down the entire thing.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah. So
that's what I've been trying to do for years.
I mean, let's get started with, let's go back to your iconic second to none part. Everyone's talking about it. Kids on the street, they're raving about it. Okay.
I bet they are.
Mostly the gear.
That's why I'm assuming they're all talking about it. Yeah. Definitely not the tricks.
Actually, if you stuck with the gear, you might have made a lot of money.
Think so?
More money.
Well, maybe now.
That's what I'm saying.
You'd have to switch back.
Yeah.
Now.
So I'm losing hair anyway, so I could have shave it and just be shaved head guy.
Because I do remember
get your big boys back on.
When round 3 came out, people were like, "Who's this? Who's this Haslam guy?" And so, what do you mean? He's like,
"Yeah, well, it's my second."
It's like you're just wearing different clothing.
Yeah, well, I don't even want to know what they thought about the digital video I had in between.
Oh yeah,
in between both of those, because there was like 3 different versions of myself in there. But
yeah, we just watched the digital part.
That was a heavy Weiss edit. Like that wasn't my. He used to call me Van Haslam then, so he like put all those chicks in there. Yeah. And I remember seeing it and being like, "What the hell?" But
we're watching it with our girlfriends last night.
Oh, wonderful!
And, saying,
that wasn't my. I had no influence on that part besides the actual skating, but.
Yeah, typical, but that's why skateboarding's so great, because it's so dangerous that somebody could do something so juvenile and voyeuristic and nowadays cancelable, you know?
Yeah.
So I say keep skateboarding dangerous. Like, but even though with the baggy clothes, you still had the switch laser flips and a lot of board slide, flip in, flip outs.
Yeah. I mean, it depends who you ask if you call that a switch laser these days. I mean, some people call it the kiwi flip. I got in trouble.
Kiwi flip?
Yeah.
Why do they call it that?
I don't know. I guess it's
New Zealand?
I don't know. It's because I use the back end of my heel to help flip it. So if you, anyway.
Okay.
So I stopped calling it a laser. I'm like, you call it whatever you want, but I do it.
Yeah, so I get it. Kind of like Rodney doing like the butterfly flip.
It's almost under flippy, but under heely.
Yeah.
And it works and it spins around faster, but I can't do it regular. And so I just was like, I not even call it that. This is the trick, and you call it whatever you want.
Well, you fooled me.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I've fooled a lot of people.
Tray flips like that, where it's like their
I saw
their foot is like actually
Felipe Gustavo. Have you ever seen him do his tray flips? Are crazy. I don't even look like it when he slow mo's it. It doesn't even look like he's. I mean, he's obviously flicking, but I don't know how he flicks it.
Right. It's just like he's like bringing his foot so far, like upside down or something that it's like. But that's flipping it.
Perfect height into grind every time. Nollie flip out. Like, I don't know how he does it. Mine I feel like a struggle. Like I barely hit my tail half the time.
Yeah, that's a trick I always have to fucking focus on. Usually battle every time. Takes like fucking 10 15 tries, and I'm like, all right, I finally did one. And then I try again, and I'm like, oh, they're gone.
I mean, I can whiff them all the time, like with no tail, but like when I try to get a good one,
Yeah. I was, like I mentioned to you on the ride over here. Oh, God, Tom, you should have been there for the ride.
Oh, man. I should have walked over to your place.
So
just to get a
excited.
ride
I know. It started, I offered this coffee here.
Coffee.
yeah.
And then I found out our friend here doesn't drink coffee.
Oh, no. Well, that's, I mean,
No.
Which I found a little sus.
I don't think that's sus. Do you drink tea or just no caffeine?
No soda, no tea,
no
no
tea, no
caffeine.
caffeine.
Yeah, no caffeine, no.
What do you drink? Just Wawa?
I do water. I stopped drinking I do like pressed juices and stuff, not the
Not like a bottled juice.
I stop. Oh, I'm trying to stop because I mean it's all what is it like 2% actual juice
right,
and
yeah.
90% sugar. So I have a kind of a sweet tooth, so I had to stop.
I used to get Nantucket nectars all the
Yeah,
time because I was
yeah.
like, oh, this is like real fruit juice. And then I
Yeah.
drink it and I'm like, wait, no, it's not. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is like really not good for you.
Yeah, it's like 40%,
But it's so good.
three servings.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if I had an orange tree outside
Yeah,
and I could just have
That would
freshly
be cool.
squeezed orange juice,
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever have to buy
no.
another drink
Well, you should
again.
plant one. Boston have orange trees?
No.
No.
We don't.
No.
Our climate isn't. It's too extreme.
Too
For-
far away from the equator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It gets too cold and too hot. Or wait, too hot and too cold. If it was a little more moderate,
yeah.
then it'd be fine.
Yeah.
There are palm trees in England, which is weird.
Somebody must have put them there.
Someone definitely put them there. They're not, but they can exist there because the weather isn't as extreme as it is here. Anyways, this isn't the Palm
and
Tree
then-
England podcast.
and then
sorry I brought it up.
I'm trying to get back to the ride.
I
here.
know. I keep going.
Okay.
He wasn't there, man. He wasn't,
I wasn't there.
Yeah, so
you didn't
excited.
tell me.
I know. Serious ride FOMO.
Mm-hmm.
But after picking him up from a 5-star hotel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. He's doing quite well for himself.
Sounds like a good one.
That's not my wallet, believe me.
And
That's even better.
that's even better.
Yeah, seriously.
I weaseled it somehow.
He opened the van door. All the empty beer cans fell out. He goes, "Oh, God.
Such filth.
Yeah. How can you live like this?"
Good question.
Yeah.
And
He assumed at that point you were living out of the van.
And I
Yeah.
tried to tell him. I said that, somebody's got to be the opposition to cleanliness.
Mhm.
It has to be somebody. There needs to be, there needs to be a balance in this yin and yang. There has to be somebody trying to be subversive to the mainstream.
That's true.
So he saw filth. I saw pure freedom when I looked in that van. So we just had different perspectives on the whole thing.
Mhm.
But then he was telling me that he actually lived out of a van himself.
Mhm.
Ooh. What kind of van?
So he's familiar
Ram.
with the van life.
Ram ProMaster 1500.
Ram ProMaster.
Mm.
So this guy's peed in a bottle or
sounds like-
two.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like he's done more with those bottles.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, 7 years, man. Through
Damn.
through COVID.
Oh, God.
Oh, your
Going
Oscar
overboard.
fell.
No.
Yeah.
Going overboard. Oh, yeah.
Do you want that, by the way, Chris?
We'll see how my performance is after the podcast, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, Going Overboard with Adam Sandler DVD just fell for everyone listening. But, 7 years, huh?
Yeah. I built it out just before COVID, and then COVID hit, and then I was like, well, here we go.
Yeah.
And then I just stayed in it for 7 years, and then I had an apartment, I rented it out. So I
So you're
saved.
just collecting that.
Yeah, and then 2 years ago, I basically almost paid all my mortgage off from living in my van. So then now I live in my apartment for $500 a month.
That's sweet.
Damn.
So it was a strategic move, but
That is a good move. Did you enjoy the van life?
easy. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it was less than this room. Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, this room's massive
Yeah.
Compared
for anyone.
to,
Yeah, listening. Yeah, it's just chandelier.
I mean, it would be
Exactly.
if you're van this size would be insane.
Yeah, no, but it was easy once you get used to it and find out where to park and stuff. It's I could do it forever.
What area was it that you were parking in?
It was in Vancouver, BC. Yeah, just
Mm.
urban
Yeah.
style.
It's a dream of mine, but, I don't know if I can get away with it over here.
I bet you could.
You
I
just
have a
got to
friend that
park in
does that.
Walmart parking lots.
Not
That's
even,
where they
man.
can.
You got to park at apartment complexes, so then they don't know.
Yeah.
It's not a single resident, right? They don't know who's it, so you just
Smart.
low key that shit.
So there's plenty of street parking in JP. You'd be fine. I have a friend that used to live on Burr Street and converted one of those those like Econoline or
Econoline?
Yeah.
like he converted one of those into like a home, and then he moved out. Oh, you want to open the
Neil
door
Young,
for
tonight's the night.
for Engineer Vic?
Is this new guest coming in?
Yeah, Engineer Vic needs to get in, check the levels.
Oh, he ran away.
Oh. All right, Vic.
But and then, the ride went on. We shared some of our deepest, darkest secrets back and forth, and just became best friends. And then I told him that I watched one of his parts where I had to rewind a trick.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I wanted to ask him about.
Oh, yeah. What trick was it?
It was you go up, it's like the natural quarter pipe, and it looks like you do a shove to like front foot impossible. And I had to rewind it, and I still don't know exactly what you would call what you're doing.
There's a guy on Instagram that I think he's from Norway, Ollie Favang or Ollie Favang or something.
Yell exit, Ollie Favang.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if that's his real name. So
Okay.
sorry, dude. If that,
Yeah.
like, I mean, that's what his Instagram name is or whatever. And he like most of his clips are like flat ground crazy ones.
Mhm.
And he does, he calls it I think he calls it a Swifty flip, but it's and I can do them normal, but for some reason, because I wanted to do one normally there with it was nollie. It was like a nollie shove it.
Mm-hmm.
So you nollie shove it and you bring your front foot to the tail and wrap it as an impossible around the tail with your front foot and then come in.
Okay.
So a Swifty would be just normal ollie, and then you ollie and wrap with your back foot around the nose.
Yeah.
Jamie Griffin has done a couple
Yeah, I've
recently.
seen those. But you did a nollie shove into it.
Well, it was just a nollie version, and it shoved because that's the only way I could get my leg around it. So it was a nollie version, but that was just a version of a trick. I've done. I have to shout out to Matt too for doing this ollie impossible, but judo one.
Yep.
And I don't think I don't think a lot of people understand how weird of a trick that is to learn.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I learned how to do it, but I don't know how he does it. His foot is like so far out of the way.
Right.
I can't get my foot out of the way that far. I can do the quick ones, but that is a trick that I was like, God damn, that was
right.
It's because he learned how to do impossibles kind of sideways because he does more of a pressure flip into them. See, I don't see you being much of a pressure flip kind of guy.
I can pressure flip, but it's the I don't know, like how do you learn to put your foot on the off the toe side and impossible behind your foot?
Yeah.
Because I think his was way up here, right? Like his was way out in front.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't know how
I think it's like that he goes into it because it's not a traditional impossible. That he's like goes into it starting as a pressure. So then he kind of does it like just to pop it off the ground and then kind of does it late, which is why he can like go way far with that one foot.
Is that like just how he does impossibles, or is that like purposely done that way?
I think that's actually how he kind of just does impossibles. He tries to do them proper, and I make fun of him because it's the one trick I can do better than him.
He did do a good one yesterday, though. I saw it. He landed on the nose, but it was actually...
Still, he landed on the nose.
He did land on the nose, but he wrapped it correctly.
Yeah.
He didn't look... Because, when he normally just, like, does them,
Yeah.
he has, like, the weirdest looking foot positions. It's like his nollie heels. It's like he sets up like that for nollie heel, and he's like...
Yeah, all of his
Crazy, right?
of his switch tricks are like he can't really flick them, so they just look like they're late flips. So he sets up with just dangling his heel on the end and just. And then,
I mean, he's got a crazy.
But he can do them all.
He's got a crazy pressure technique to do all that crazy. I don't know, but that I remember seeing that one and be like, God damn! I never thought about it, and it took me ages to fucking learn it.
Well, he told me to say hello to you.
Hello, Matt.
And he wishes he could have met you because you've been, he said, you're not his favorite skater, but you were the most influential skater to his skating.
Mhm.
Sweet. That's
100%.
Yeah,
He
he's
said
that
that's
a bunch
awesome.
of times.
Yeah, a bunch of times, and I've said this to many people. I said that your round 3 part is Matt Tomasello's favorite skate part.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because he, growing up, it was at the perfect impressionable age where he said he tried to learn every trick in your part, and you were the only one doing those tricks.
Yeah.
So therefore, you've probably had the biggest influence on his skateboarding.
I think I was, there was maybe a couple of us that were doing weird stuff, but I think because I was associated with Rodney and Day One at the time, and that video people were expecting the third one, right? The Rodney round 1, 2, and 3. So there's all eyes on this video, and
Right.
I was just fortunate to be the guy that does them in that video, and I tried not to, make a shitty part. So I put a lot of effort into it, and it did what it did. So I think that had a lot to do with it too. But I mean, like the board side kickflip out shit, I'd seen like a few people do it before me, like on smaller things and stuff, and so I was just taking. I was just at that moment too. I was just glad to be there too. Like my skating was, I would do these weird tricks and shit, but I would also like big rails and big gaps, and I'd just jump off shit. And
Kickflip backsmith, Hollywood High.
that was later. That was like me hanging on to my big jumping days. That last one, because after that I was like, I don't need to do this anymore, because I was, skating with Day One and Rodney, and understood now. Rodney always told me that, like, I think he got it from Sturt, and he said, if people don't know what you're going to do next, they're always going to come back to see what you want, see what you're going to do, right? And I think that's what's good with Matt too, because nobody knows what the hell he's going to do.
Yeah,
Right.
So people will always come back to be like, what the hell is he doing now? And to this day, that's why I try to do a lot of everything, because if people get used to seeing you and they know what you're going to do next, they'll be like, oh, that guy's going to do a whatever trick after, because you've already lined everyone up to do it. But if you just hit them left field all the time,
Right.
and it's all like, unique shit and like done whatever good or whatever, people will gravitate to that and be like, damn, this dude's crazy. That dude Yako, he was on Element, the Finnish kid that always
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler Surrey
With a
also.
J.
Yeah. Tyler Surrey's another one. You're just like, I don't Gustavo,
Gustavo from Sour.
Yeah, all these dudes you don't know. You're like, holy shit.
I know. I've told you in the van, that's an ethos that we've always lived by at Fancy Lad, and I wish more people would try to adapt that mentality. But for whatever reason, I guess it's a lot safer, marketable.
Well, it's a skating. I mean, people skate the way they want to skate, right? And if this is the way that we want to do it, I mean, you're going to resonate with the people that want to do that, which only makes that kind of genre bigger, But
isn't it funny though, if I go out and I try to do a West Slide Primo flip on a flat bar, people will be like, oh, you're ripping off Chris Haslam. But somebody goes out and they kick flip a stair set, and no one's saying that they're ripping off Rodney Mullen.
I know. Right. I appreciate you calling it a West Slide too, though.
Yeah.
That's Canada.
John West, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was by my house when he did that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't like, why were you'd be ripping John off? You wouldn't be ripping me off either. So like, I just tried to make it happen, you know what I mean? And then even that, there's, Chopper from the Daggers always does it.
Yeah.
And he has a different name for it.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's brought his influence to that shit too. So it's the same. I think that's what it is when it's it's like cheese and crackers. We did cheese and crackers, and now every time someone tries to do a mini ramp video, like at one point it's going to get compared to it's going to come up at some point, right? And that's not what our intent was,
right? But it was kind of the first video that was like, hey, here's a
mini ramp video.
I know exactly, but again, like we thought it was just gonna be this little video that just like went did whatever it did, but it like obviously surpassed everything we thought. But now, and we don't mean to have it like, we didn't mean to have it like as a comparison base for everyone else's video, because then that might like deter people from wanting to do their own version of it, or feel like they should pay homage to us for some reason, right?
Yeah.
But
well, it's kind of like Rodney talks about in his TED Talks, that sort of sharing of information. I forget, he's comparing it to some sort of like software developing analogy, and then, just taking different ideas and building on them. But
well, it's like skating.
That's what we do skating.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not disappointed that that's what happened with cheese and crackers. I think that I'm privileged.
That just was not the intention.
Yeah, I'm so stoked that that's what happened, and I was able to contribute that to skating and like affect people's lives like that, right? So like that's beyond what I ever thought was possible.
Sam Helwig of Fancy Lad was telling me Cheese and Crackers, his first skate video.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's, for whatever reason, it really, it's just one of those things. I mean, it's creative skating appeals to, probably somebody who doesn't skate too, because of all the Rube Goldbergs and everything that are in them. Yeah. So it makes sense. But I mean, back to the round 3 part, the 1 foot board slide, just next level, just MBDs that are just blowing a young Matt Tomasello's mind and mine, everybody's mind at the time. I mean, Artie from the Coliseum said when that came out, that was the first part he thought was better than PJ's part in PJ Let's One for Horrible Life.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's as close as I'm going to get to that.
He said he didn't know if anyone would ever do it, and he's like, this son of a bitch did it.
Well,
he wouldn't swear, but of course.
Yeah. Well, again, the 1 foot board slide was just, I saw the old Huntington Beach Park. There was an old clip of Chris Cole doing a little one on there. Dan Pajot I think might have done one as well, like just small ones. And I was like, that's me grabbing, right?
Right.
I'd be like, all right, now I'm jumping. I might as well see if I can, because I could do it on flat bars all the time and like different body varial outs and stuff. So I was like, screw it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it seems like we kind of take from the same pool, which is, I feel like, the best time for MBDs is like the early 90s when everyone was just, no one cared about style.
Free for all.
Everyone's
Exactly.
just doing the most insane tricks.
Well, as you could tell from the gear I was wearing at the time, yeah.
No, it seemed like you were working on your fashion quite a lot.
Well, I started getting free clothes. That's why. But I like the problem I had is that like Decade days, I wasn't really like, there wasn't anything to market me. Like I wasn't they couldn't market me or like put me anywhere.
And then you grew a beard and they were like, finally, Bigfoot.
Yeah, my balls dropped and I got like the hair and then the beards and then like there was this weird, like usually I should have been like a guy that looked like he was going to do massive rails, but I was doing these weird tech things. And like, so it was a different balance at the time. And I think they were able to grab onto something and like use it. So that I always say I had like 2 attempts at the industry. The first one was the Deca one where it just was like, who the hell is this Canadian 2000s Canadian kid?
Did you just send a sponsor me tape into, what was it, Dwindle?
Well, I've told this story before, but I thought like on the 9 Club or whatever, I don't know if you want to say competitors podcast, but
I think
is that a skateboard podcast?
I don't even think there's any competition. We've already blown them out of the water. So
everyone knows we're the number 1 skateboard podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
So I gave my video to a distributor in Canada, and they were like, we'll give it to one of our companies, which was Dwindle. And they were just like, who do you want to give it to? And I was like, Enjoy. Give it to the Enjoy dudes. At the time, Rodney was on there, and I just kind of like the aesthetic of the brand and stuff, right? So I figured it was a straight handoff to someone there. But it wasn't. It went into the pile of sponsor me tapes that they probably threw in the garbage in the cafeteria.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then like coincidentally, they were moving to a different building is when the warehouse was empty. That's why we were skating in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Daewon was skating there and some guy was helping move shit, like a guy that worked in the warehouse was helping pack shit up. He went and got something to drink or eat or some shit in the cafeteria and just chose a tape and put it in. And he chose mine. And then Daewon came in and got a drink or some shit. And he was like, hey, you should check this out. So
that is crazy.
Magical moment.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Like, wow. I always, for like 2 decades. I thought it was like, oh, so I had this like weird, like, like I was meant to do this.
Yeah.
And then I did the 9 Club, and I was like, I don't know how it happened. And then my buddy sent me a text message he got from the guy that was in the warehouse that
showed.
Yeah,
that
showed
it on for day one.
Yeah. And then he sent it to me, and I was like, it was like a weird, like, oh my God, all of this was just
winning the lottery.
It was just pure
like
luck.
I could have, like, if he didn't go in that day, everyone had said no already. Like I tried sending it to everyone, and they all said no. Like Dark Star, like Deluxe guys, like
they're like, sorry, we already got Guy Camp.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He was good though.
I know.
Yeah. His brother with Luke was super good too.
Yeah.
Dark Star was a no-go. Sound and the Fury contest in Seattle. I remember asking Chet. He's like, no, but I can give you wheels though. It's when all the Canadians were on, like Galea and Matt and Hasty and all these guys had got on. But yeah, so it was pure, just coincidental.
Yeah.
Luck.
I thought you just grew up and you just were boys with Day One, and then
no. And then I went, and they so then Day One, that's where Decca came in. He was Day One's Decca at the time, right? And then I got a call to go down to LA, and I was like, I wasn't following Decca at all. Like I didn't follow that brand at all, right? And then I just went down there and I filmed. I went straight from the airport to the warehouse where they were filming. And I filmed, like, I was wearing a baby blue Fury t-shirt in the Decca video, doing tricks that was the first day that I got into LA.
Nice. In the warehouse.
In the warehouse, yeah.
You do like a tray flip over?
No, that was the first dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it said, like, remember his name or some shit. I was wearing basketball shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first ad. I shot that a couple days later. So I shot my first ad that first week. Yeah, it was, I did like it was like a shelving units with a ledge with the forklift had lifted the ledge up, and I was tail slide, heel flip out or some shit. Fakey flip tail slide across it. It was a baby blue shirt. And then like 2 days later, Rodney came in and gave me tensors. So I took the Fury shirt off and started wearing tensors. And then I shot a tensor ad the same fucking week. And then I went, they didn't say anything. Like
you traded in the interlock bolt technology.
The ball,
the slider plate technology.
the ball. Yeah, one truck at a time. And now I got now I got slider pieces.
I was so excited for the Fury Super Sports when they came out.
Dude, I was before that.
Yeah, I know it was before that.
The pivot,
because that was like 2003.
The pivot cup kept breaking on mine. The ball. Yeah. But so it was all just. And then I flew back to Canada, and I had to finish off the school year at the college I was at. And I was like, what the hell happened? And then, ad came out, and I did a Decca tour across Canada, and that was it. It's game on.
Yeah. So
all just coincidental. I made me feel weird because I thought it was like, oh, they like, I thought it was supposed to be that way. But then I was like, holy shit.
That's kind of nice, though, that you were the only one that
They
said, come along to Almost.
Yeah. Well, and Rodney too. Rodney,
I
don't even think he just was like, here. And then from that moment, it was like, homies.
Yeah.
And then I stayed with those guys for 22 years or something.
Right.
With Almost and Decca and Artifact. Remember Artifact?
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, it was only a little bit. So.
Yeah.
It was like a clothes hanger with 3 dirty socks on it or something. The logo. I don't know what that was, but.
Yeah. But I mean, because they didn't bring along Shiloh.
No. They brought Coop along. Coop was there.
Oh, yeah.
It was me, Coop, and Day One that went from Decca to Artifact to Almost.
Yeah.
And then obviously Rodney left Enjoy, and Lutzko was at Elenium.
What was William Patrick on before Almost?
Yeah, good question.
Bill. He was, that was supposed to be the Friends section. When we had first thought of that, like he was supposed to be the Friends section where, Ronnie Krieger would wear the thing.
Right.
And then, like,
everyone would wear
it. And then, whoever, like Matt Tomasello would wear it, whatever.
But you only got T-Bone.
But Chris Casey, RP and T-Bone. But as it got later down the line, like the people were just like, dude, we can't, like, it's just, we don't have the footage.
Right.
So we were like, yo, T-Bone. I think he did all that stuff in under a week, which was insane.
That's crazy.
Insane to me.
I mean, he did possibly the best tray flip of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Down the
set.
Yeah. Like that was nuts.
Yeah. He like caught it like at the last stair. It was insane.
Well, he also built like a mega ramp to the rail lip slide that he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he did it all in like a week or whatever, which is pretty nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, there's some serious hammers in that part. It's pretty funny. For a joke, it's like
we wanted to just like be he wanted to pro, like William to be pro, but everyone was like, who the hell is this dude? But it's just all the homies, you know, so almost like Ribman or whoever the hell does all that stuff, right? Yeah. But it just didn't work out, and then it just looked weird.
An anonymous character.
Yeah. It would be cool, but it didn't happen. Yeah.
And I don't know if you've specified this before, but when you say you whisper this is Cray J.
That was in the Sagrada Familia on the tower in Barcelona. I don't know why I said that.
Is that, but that's what you say? This is Cray J?
I don't, yeah, basically. I don't know why I said it like that, but I did. And then now I still get messages from people saying it. I'm like, dude.
Were you trying to say crazy?
It's just a weird way of saying crazy, yeah. But it's because we're in like, that place has been closed for whatever. They just finished it or whatever. Like it's one of the towers, you weren't allowed to go in there for ages.
Right.
And we were looking down and it was like, oh man. And I just, I was wearing maybe the shirt was restricting because it was kind of a tight shirt. So maybe it was like,
yeah, you're showing off your ripped bod.
I know. Too bad we don't got those these days, eh, boys?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why the juice thing is not here anymore. Try to get the 6-pack back.
But this will help here. This Clown Shoes brand beer here.
There we go.
You know, this will help build up my body.
It is athletic, though.
I know. But, you know, our sponsor, Clown Shoes Beer, you know, it gives us these. So, you know, we like to, we're still athletes, even though we drink them, you know.
But I will use this time to say, I do enjoy Athletic Brewing. It's non-alcoholic beer. Which
true.
I feel like isn't a competitor to Clown Shoes.
No.
So if they wanted to give us some beer as well.
There you go.
Oh, I would love that.
There you go. Yeah. So you're on a big health kick, though.
I don't know about that, but I never drank and I never.
You're detoxing your whole body.
Yeah. I never smoked and I drank like once, like in 2000 at Slam City Jam, but I stopped drinking soda when I did My Ethically Latered. When I went around the cheese and crackers thing, and so those were. I pounded a 6-pack of root beer, and I felt like I was like not on this planet. So
what brand was it?
It was straight up Barks root beer.
Oh, so it had the bite, had the caffeine.
It had a lot of bite, yeah. So
nice. And
that got me to be like, all right, I'm done. So I stopped since then, and that's like, was that 17? It's the 20th anniversary of Cheese and Crackers this year.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's the 10th anniversary of Is This Skateboarding this year.
That's some moldy cheese. Oh, really?
February 20th. Yeah, coming up.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
There we go.
So gotta do something special. You gotta do something special for Cheese and Crackers.
We might. I think me and Dave, I don't know about another video, but we might like release some, you know, Cheese and Crackers stuff and stuff like that to memorabilia
just
stuff.
Just a clip of you guys eating some Cheese and Crackers.
Yeah, just an anniversary dinner.
I went to Brain Drain. And they brought out a charcuterie board of cheese, and which I appreciate because they introduced me to Wensleydale cheese, which is amazing.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've had that, but
I have not.
You should try that.
What's Brain Drain?
You know, we got to yell exit our friend Ford here.
Oh, fine, Ford, you get it. Fine.
All right,
yell exit Ford.
Yeah, we can do that to the 9 Club, but
yeah, we'll give it to Brain Drain.
Yeah.
Different country, man.
Different rules.
And they showed us up. You didn't have a charcuterie board ready at the studio.
I did, but I got hungry.
Oh, okay.
You ate it.
Also, I did get a Frosty for Chris, but that was
it's
before
in the
I
freezer?
knew. Yeah. Like, if you want it, you can have it.
No, I'm okay.
He's got 2 coffees and a Frosty.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We keep trying to give this guy gifts. He won't accept them.
I know.
No,
it's true.
man.
They are all food-based.
Yeah.
That he's told us that he does not consume.
Yeah. But it's funny that you're speaking on addiction and you drank one time, but yeah, but you're addicted to the Barks root beer, so that's enough.
Well, I was, but I'm not anymore. I haven't had it in years, right?
Right.
And that's another thing about this addiction stuff is that like sometimes I feel like I'm an imposter because I'm like I don't have any. Why am I even a part of this? Because I don't have any sort of. We're talking about relatability and stuff with addiction.
Right.
It's like who the hell's gonna look? But then it's like I'm showing like what I get told is that I'm showing an alternate way of going through the lifestyle,
Right.
you know, and not and choosing to maybe not go down certain paths or whatever, like allowing myself to go a different path or whatever.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
It's not like we're like you're doing drugs, so you're a moron. We're not gonna do that shit because that's part of. That's part of the skating, right? Like drinking.
Like you got to tell them at least, drugs rule. We get it.
Yeah.
We
just want you to, be clear on your choices of why you are doing them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And understand the consequence of doing too many and where it can lead you. Right. So that's basically what it is. Cause
yeah, you're probably thinking to yourself while you're talking, like, why the fuck is Novak not here? And then you're like, oh, wait, it's because I fucking rip and he doesn't.
I've never met Novak, but I'll interview we've interviewed like Brandon Turner and some guys like that have, had their own,
Right. Gone through
their own things and have come out the other side pretty positively. So
Yeah, sobriety journeys.
Yeah.
Seems to be pretty popular in skateboarding.
Yeah. That's where the secondary prevention comes in because, you can't get too far in skate videos without seeing any sort of, especially in the early 2000s, of like boozing or like weed or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really see too many hard stuff on skate videos, but the gateway ones you do.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
Well, it was cool when Baker and Deathwish, were doing acid on tour in their tour video. I thought that was cool.
Well, that's again, like we're not going to tell you not to. Well, again, and then, we have like big celebrity skater guys that are telling you their point of view. And then, we got to understand that these kids are like, why the hell it looked like you had the best time of your goddamn life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why the hell are you telling me not to have the same? So we have to be aware of that as well, right? So
do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, but you were like back in the day, you looked like you were having the goddamn best time.
Now, it may have caused me to become a millionaire doing what I love,
exactly.
having you idolize me, but you're not gonna want to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay?
So that's not what we're trying to do. We're just trying to maybe we could just show my role is to show an alternate way of maybe going through, not necessarily the skate industry, but just like life without, choosing to do that sort of stuff.
Well, that's smart. Health is wealth.
Right.
That's what I always say.
If you have an addictive personality, you can put that energy
channel
towards
it. Yeah, there's healthier ways of channeling it.
Right.
Yeah,
like not necessarily more productive, but not harmful.
Yeah. I mean, feel free to do it, but also make sure you're, conscious of, why and, if there's a real issue, then you sort the real issue out so you don't have to use those to deal with the other shit. So,
Yeah.
But
I like skateboarding.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I think it's truly an art form, and like I said, we got a skateboarder here that is one of the he's on the Mount Rushmore of creative skateboarders.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, guys.
They have a Mount Rushmore in Canada?
No.
That's weird.
Isn't there? Yeah, no, I don't think they do. I mean, we probably have our own.
Probably wouldn't have the same dudes.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, our ex-prime minister is now dating Katy Perry, so that shows you where we're at.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn.
Doing pretty good.
That country's really falling apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see who you got. You got Gu Miyagi. You got Chris Haslam. You got Mark Gonzalez. You got Rodney Mullen. Is there 4 people on Mount Rushmore?
There is 4 people on Mount Rushmore. But
okay, who would you say?
On Mount Rushmore?
Yep.
And is this like a creative?
This is a creative Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't even put in Rodney and Mark Gonzalez. I feel like they're a tier above that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, Rodney. Like, I mean,
I don't know. That's tough
because
you kind of want
that,
you kind of want to put like Daewon in there, and I also
Yeah, you do want to put Day One in there.
For me, and I think you as well, someone like Louis.
I was going to say Louis Barletta. I immediately kicked myself for not putting Louis in there.
But then...
I mean, look,
but Simon Woodstock, does he not deserve some sort of... Maybe he gets his own little statue somewhere. We'll give you a statue, Simon.
No, I think he could have. He had the opportunity to solidify his legacy, but it was short. It was too short-lived, and then he, got into too much of his Christian preaching. But Louis Barletta, I saw a clip of him in one of your parts.
Yeah, well, I was in some of the... I'd travel with them for like some of the Enjoy stuff and tilt mode. Like I was going to San Jose a lot, so I'd film with some of the tilt mode videos and stuff. And so there was a time mid 2000s that we were doing a lot of stuff. And then he got on Globe as well, so I was skating with him a lot with that.
Yeah, that's right. And now that you still run the Brainchild. I was going to say, now that your son is set on the professional skateboard life, you make your living off of drawing balls, right?
Well, that's why I brought up ball bearings at the gate. Yeah, I figured there would be a slide in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, I was doing that. I was doing that when I had nothing else going on, and now it's just kind of taking the back burner because it would be sick to say that I make a lot of money drawing dicks all day, but I can't say that yet.
Just a normal amount of money.
It's zero. Yeah. My normal amount of money is zero. Yeah.
I think most skaters.
Yeah.
So you got your 5-incher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when my kidneys failed.
Got your balls. Your kidneys failed?
When 5-incher is in filming 5-incher video. Yeah, I
too healthy.
No, I just didn't drink water. A dehydration. It caused renal failure.
Renal failure?
Both my kidneys failed.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I was in the hospital for 8 days. I did dialysis for a week.
Why weren't you drinking the water?
I was focused, man.
Nice.
I was at I finished the video. I finished my part, and then I was telling them, I'm going to put a part out. And they're like, no, we got to make a whole video. No one had filmed anything yet, so I was like, fuck's sake. And then Willow, I found had a part. So it would be like, me and Willow are going to put parts out together. And I'm like, no, wait. I'm like, shit. So then we had to wait for like all the other dudes to get there soon, which is like a year or something. And then it we didn't have an editor for the part or nothing. It was just all this footage.
Right.
No one knew what was going on. Day One kept giving his footage away to like Spitfire, and he had all these other obligations to do it. So he was like last minute. I think his part was filmed in like 2 months or something. And then I was trying to film up, you know how you do it where back in the day, they'd always do it on release it on a Friday. And then all through the week, they do like a takeover for the Thrasher site or something. And, you get a barracks thing, and then you get a Transworld Park thing on Tuesday. And so you do all these things. And no one was doing any of them. So I was like, fuck, I got to do them. So I was trying to film a banging at like the old barracks. And I just fucking I was just skating. I was what I was doing, because I was doing the backside 180 switch front 5-0, the Suchu grind. Like I had just learned it before Mark was there around.
Yep.
And I was trying it down the rail. I just could not do it. I was like, God damn, it took me ages. And then that's what got me. Like I was just focused on it, and there was no like levels. That just happened one day. It could happen any day if you don't drink the water, right?
Yeah.
So, it just happened, and I was like, fuck, I feel like shit. I didn't land it, obviously, and I feel like shit. Matt Miller was there at the park. I don't think he knew what was going on either.
Yeah.
And then I was in LA, and I went back to my place, and I couldn't sleep. I felt bloated. And then 3 days of LA not being able to sleep, I was like, fuck it, I gotta go back to where healthcare is for free. And I went back to Canada, stayed for 3 days there without going in. And then there was a Transworld video where there's a 3 block, like in San Francisco, the brick 3 up, 3 down that they always skate. And I think it was the Tony Trujillo part where there's a guy that's like a homeless guy that's like wobbling around. I ran across the street, and my legs gave out, and I felt like that guy, like, whoa, boom. And then I went to the hospital, and he's like, yeah, you're not going home.
Yeah.
And I was like, why? And he's like, dude, you're not healthy right now. And so through the whole process of the editing and the music, I had 17 songs, potential songs. All of them got denied. I couldn't. It was like one of the first times since round 3 that I didn't have like I wasn't around for the editing of my part.
Mm-hmm.
Like I sent it. I didn't know who was editing it. I was like, fuck, this is put all this work in. And I could have done it like a year ago, and now I don't know who's editing it. Thank God they had Colin Kennedy edit it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially after like, Skate More and all these. I mean, I didn't have to think about it.
Right.
He was editing it. So I felt like, okay, I'm in the hospital bed, just feeling like talking to him about which songs I can't use anymore. And then he had a song that he wanted to give Tori for the, what video did Tori, Big Bang or what, one of Tori's videos that he had out there at the time. It was like Tori's Big Bang.
That sounds
Tori Pudwell?
Yeah. Like Big Bang part or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So he had a
that.
song that he was was suggesting to Tori to use for that he didn't use. And he's like, dude, I got this song. And I was like, fuck it. And that was the song that he used.
Yeah.
And I remember just having such a salty approach to the whole, how that thing ended, just because I felt I don't know if it was just my ego but it's like I was doing it all by myself. Like no one was fucking putting any effort in and all this shit.
Yeah.
You
were caring
dying.
too much.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hospital,
yeah. Like dying.
failure.
Yeah. And I'm like, fuck, dude.
Can't use the song you actually want to use.
Well, I literally had like 16 or 17 songs and they're all like, yeah, but they're all from the same era. So majority of them are from the same record label.
Right.
And I was like, fuck.
Well, I gotta give you credit. You're probably the only pro skateboarder to ever skate to the Cardigans.
That one was my choice. I was playing.
That's
that
a
was
great song.
round 3
Love
one.
that. Yeah.
Round 3, I got that because I was in Hollywood at my buddy Sue's and Coop's house, and we were playing Gran Turismo a lot.
Yeah.
And it's on the Gran Turismo soundtrack.
Oh, is it really?
So that's how I came up on that song. And
I didn't know that. Yeah, I just knew that was the name of the album.
I did not know. I did not know that song would affect people the way that it did, because it still gets brought up today.
It's a fucking banger.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a banger.
We love the Cardigans.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite's actually their last album, Super Extra Gravity, which I thought was super cool. When you bought it, it had a black bottom like a PlayStation
Oh,
game.
really? Did it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Just a little
Mm-hmm.
minor detail that it's like, why would you even do this? But it still sticks
That's
in my
pretty
mind
sick.
to this day, you know?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that the Cardigans affected everyone the way that it did, and that, like, that part, like, people still will tag. I think I got tagged like last week. Somebody put that song on a skate clip, and I just get tagged all the time, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I thought it was an amazing song too. So
yeah,
I mean, the end of it where it was all like, I wasn't sure how, like when we were editing it, I wasn't sure how to, like, at the end where it just goes through all the
drums.
clips.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know how to do that. I was like, I don't know what the hell to do here. So I didn't have any impact on that. The guy that was editing was like, dude, look what I did. And I was like, wow, I don't know what else to put there. So it's awesome.
And you were probably working a lot with the legendary world filmer Socrates.
Oh, all the time. Yeah. Like Sock I worked mostly with Sock on the Cheese and Crackers editing. The round 3, I believe, was this dude JJ that was there at the time. He was, I think, working with some of the Globe guys. I don't know. It was this dude JJ who was around that. But Sock was mostly, I did a lot of work with Cheese and Crackers with Sock, because me and him and Day One edited most of it together and that stuff. So that's where me and Sock started hanging out a bunch. Yeah.
Rocco wasn't probably kicking around at that time.
No,
anymore.
he was I mean, he didn't even know I existed. I was like new kid on Deca when at the warehouse building where my tape got lost. Yeah. So he was there, and it was like literally a couple months before it moved away. And once it moved to a different building, he was out. And so I don't even know.
Like 2 ships passing in the night.
Yeah. So I didn't get to see any of the Rocco madness that was ever happening or interact with him that much.
Yeah, I was just curious. He's such a legendary figure. I figure even if it's the type of guy, even if you meet him once, the whole conversation probably sticks in your brain, you know?
Yeah, well, it was him talking about how Deca had would probably last 6 months at most.
Yeah.
And, he was.
That's a nice conversation.
He was
to
pretty.
have.
He was
Yeah,
pretty right about it. Yeah. Well, it's in the video, I think, too, right? Like he's like, I'll give it 6 months.
Yeah.
6 months most, or whatever.
I thought that was like a reference to one of the old Plan B videos, though.
Well, I don't know, but he told me that it was there. Like
Yeah.
he must have said it again then, because I remember.
Must have been serious this time.
Yeah, he's like, I told you.
I always thought it was a joke.
Yeah, same.
Well, I think it was, but for us, it was a joke. For him, it was probably like, you guys don't know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, because Decade didn't really have any sort of direction, or it was just like or graphic style. It was all.
It's true.
It was all over the place, right?
It didn't really have like a solid.
The one
like,
thing it had was
image.
the warehouse.
I know.
Like,
Well, it had
we do have a warehouse,
That's true.
though.
And
yeah, day one skating,
just like tech skating.
No,
day
yeah,
one skating,
yeah.
and well, like I think that's why it almost worked so good, is because it had Rodney and it had day one,
Mhm.
and it had
Shecky Poo.
Shecky Poo, yeah,
Yep.
Mhm.
but it had a like a vibe,
Yes,
like it had a
for sure.
like a style that people could like, that looks like almost.
It had a brand identity.
Yeah, and then it had the tech boards and all this stuff. So it had something. And then, later it was like, okay, everyone can do every trick, and then the tech boards are all over dwindle. So now what do we have? We're going to go into Hanna-Barbera and all this shit.
Yeah, it's
Right.
true. Our friend
Yeah.
Big Ass Max used to swear by those almost boards.
He only skated like one almost board. I mean, we just buy it, the same exact
one?
one over and
Yeah.
over
Same
and over.
size, yeah.
Is that like a
And-
double impact board or something?
Something
or-
like that.
Dude, that's all I skated.
And he's an incredible skater. He
Yeah.
was fucking, big ass, yell exit Big Ass Max.
Big ass Max.
Yeah. Dude,
Shout out to
beautiful-
Big Ass Max.
Beautiful man,
Yeah.
like a model, but like fat.
Model
fat
Max.
ass.
Oh, damn.
And hard flips over your fucking dome,
Oh, man. Hard flip. That took me 18 years to figure out that.
Dude, it is.
And then you did it out of a front board, right?
No, I could do it out of that was more of like a body variable kickflippy
Yeah, it
type
was more
thing.
of a sex changey type
But-
thing.
Yeah, that I could have probably done it out of a front board before I did on flat. It took me so long to figure that damn trick out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a year and a half ago. I thought of it a different way for
Yeah.
like the first time, and then I was like, oh, it
I
makes
had
sense
to
now.
I was getting all sorts of watching like Brian Herman. It doesn't register. You're just
Mhm.
like, what the hell is he doing? How the hell does he make it? But I had to watch, like, I saw an MJ Mark Johnson clip of like I think it was like an old. It might have been a trans world or like the America Yellow or something.
One
of those.
where he has like the peephole footage.
Yeah, like one of those parts. It was filmed. It was an ass shot of him hard flipping off of a sidewalk to it was a bump sidewalk to street.
It might have been his Etnies high five part.
It could have been one of those. It was an
Yeah.
old. I think he had hair even.
Yep.
So
back where he had hair and khakis.
yeah, that yeah. So I didn't register for ages, and when I watched that, I was like, holy shit. The way that the angle was and like how his body was turning, I'm like, oh my God, I've been doing it all wrong.
Right.
So then I tried to like I watched that like 400 times to be like, what the hell is he doing? So I learned a
Yeah.
way to my brain could process how I could do that trick. And now I can do it now, but it takes so much effort, and I'm just like, not worth it.
That's inspiring because, I gave up trying them on flat. I can only do them over hips. But now that I know that Mark Johnson's part in Etnies high five is the key to learning hard flips.
Or was it
we gotta get
was
back
it
to
high
the
five
drawing
or was it yellow?
I don't know what it
one of the
was.
two,
It was an
but I
older
remember
one.
the peephole footage being
Mhm.
from high
right.
five.
People
so
footage is in high. Well, I feel like it's also in yellow.
Could be.
Okay,
I don't know
remember
what it
more
is, but it
specifically
was
from
an old. I think he had it. It was white shirt, khakis. That realm of.
Oh, yeah, that narrows it down.
that. It was Soul Tech.
Yeah, Soul Tech. Yeah,
Yeah.
So we got it.
yeah.
Alright.
But he turned his body backside,
Mhm.
and it was the first time I'd registered that like, oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know what he's doing. It's like you're kicking through. It's like you're doing a hard flip late 180. You kick through, and if you kick through low enough, the tail rises, and that's how those dudes catch it with the high foot, like on the.
Mhm.
And once I flicked it and figured that out, I was like, oh my God. It just took me 18,
Yeah.
19 years to figure
Yeah,
it
you have
out.
more impressive tricks than that.
I know, but that's what it was eating me.
Yeah.
Right.
Like-
Yeah.
That's
Like I could do all these, but like the hard flip is the one that
Right.
I
it's
can't.
all. It
Call a
doesn't
hard flip
matter
for a
what the
reason.
trick is if it's like eluding you in any way.
Yeah.
no matter what other tricks you have, you know how like obsessed you become with like, I don't even care about this trick. I just want to fucking do it because I should be able to do it.
Yeah, like I was like, especially then, because I was priding myself at knowing that I could like at least know how to do the process of getting to the trick. And this one, like the old, like you do frontside shove and turn your body back. That isn't even.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Right. I don't believe that either.
Yeah, that doesn't. Believe me, I tried every angle of that mentality, and it does not work for me.
Yeah.
And so that was like eating me alive. Like, why? What is it? Like, I can't figure it out. But then I figured it out.
Yeah.
And now I never use it. But it's a check. Or like I could do it. Get it out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. The kickflip 1-footers you must have borrowed from Danny Gonzalez.
I did get influence from Danny's on Pier 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he might have. He did the kickflip. I know he did the kickflip with the back foot 1-footed and the front foot nose manual.
Mm-hmm.
Did he not kickflip body varial and Manny with his opposite foot on the nose?
He did. He did kickflip and land with his back foot.
His back foot on the nose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Kind of like turn. Yeah.
Yeah. So, which I think is harder.
Yeah.
I'd
because
agree.
you're switch 1-footed nose manning.
Yeah.
So I kind of took an easy route, but I did get the influence from that. I don't claim I invented anything because
I'm not here to accuse you of stealing.
No, but a lot of people will be like, "Oh, how many tricks did you invent and all this shit?" I'm like, "I didn't invent shit."
Yeah.
I feel like we're a little past that.
You just know,
point, right?
You just have a very good trick selection.
That's I was able to combine tricks that were that aligned with my skill sets to create what I created or whatever.
Yeah.
And but you can't not give credit to the guys that did it first, otherwise you're a fucking thief.
Right. It'd be hard to it's like hard to believe that pretty any flip trick type thing has probably been done at like EMB or something.
Yeah,
like
I know.
that.
Well, that kid Ollie, the first guy, that Swifty thing, that was the first time I'd ever seen that, and like obviously Jamie Griffin and these dudes and Johnny Geiger are doing like Chris Chan and all these guys are doing like crazy. I mean, they're in the realm. I mean, somebody might have done them before, but I don't know. Like, I have no idea. But those tricks are obnoxiously hard.
Right.
When you go into like the double pressure 360 these things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Matt's probably got a couple that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I don't know about flat ground tricks.
But you're talking about like pressure tray.
He's probably got.
He thinks that he could be the only one.
Potentially.
No, definitely.
Even I mean, pressure that. I mean, there was a whole like 3 years of 1990 whatever that the pressure flips were crazy, and there was a lot going on. But and there's no videos of it, so who knows?
Right, that's what I'm going to say. It's like whether or not it's documented, that's a different story.
But yeah, documented wise, and who cares? I mean, even if he's bringing it back or whatever, it's still like he's the first documented to do it. That's awesome.
Yeah, he was mentioning to me, because he just he started doing these pressure ollies where you just do half of a pressure flip and then just with your back foot bring it as an ollie. And he was mentioning to me that you were talking about Julio De La Cruz doing because he does the Gersh, but you said he's doing it like that.
The deal is that
over a gap.
Yeah, down a gap.
Yeah.
And he does it good. Like Julio will do it and lift it in the air and it goes flat and then so I seen Julio do that in a video, and I was like, "Fuck, that is amazing!"
Yeah,
like that looks so sick.
Yeah.
So like I do like dinky ones,
and
I'm like, "Oh, I think I could do this." And then obviously I would see Matt do it, and he would do
but
it.
He does it straight. He doesn't turn it sideways. He said, like
flat like that.
Yeah, flat.
It don't matter. It's the same concept.
Yeah.
I mean, like I could do a front 5-0 and someone could do like a shittier one. It's still the same fucking trick.
Right. Yeah.
But the technique wise is there. And what's good, what I found is that because this Ollie guy as well on Instagram is very pressure flippy. And when you get into the realm of pressure flipping, it allows you it adds to your, like you can do tricks that you can't do just popping,
Yeah. Well, you know what? Also, like,
which is awesome.
like still pressure flips. I've landed like 3. Try them all the time. Still very close. Very close.
Hey, on that mini board, you did a great one.
I just can't get my leg to work, my back leg to lift. But just trying to learn pressure flips and like that helped me learn hard flips and stuff because I was
really?
like, yeah, I know
Pressure?
it's not I know it's not the same technique at all, but it made me
An outside pressure or like a
just your normal pressure flip. Just the
Whoa, really?
Just focusing on that so much made me rethink the hard flip. What I had been doing wrong with hard flips. I know it's not the same motion at all.
That makes sense for hard flips though.
I
'Cause
can
that's how
see
people
when
get them to flip up like a Musker or a Lewis Cruz.
Shout out Nate Sherwood. I can see the toe side, the heel side pressure flip. I could see that maybe helping, but you're going on like
I'm just doing normal pressure flip, and just the idea that I was getting my toe to like
go under,
scoop and under. I was like, wait, that's how you apply that same principle to a hard flip. Just
that's
opposite.
crazy.
And
I didn't even
just like helped me unlock, like think of it in a different.
That's
way.
awesome. It's crazy how we can, like I would never have thought of doing it that way, but how our
that's
brains
happened to me
work
for so many tricks where it's like something for years eludes me, and then I just think of it in like a different way, and it's just like it's like completely changes like my ability on.
Yeah.
See, the similarity between those two tricks I thought you were saying was that I put weight on both sides at the same time to build that tension. You know?
For
pressure flips and hard flips.
I don't do that with hard flips though, because like Eric does that with hard flips. Eric's hard flips looked like they're like spring loaded.
Yeah,
mine are not like.
I mean, I was also watching a clip of yours on the barracks, and you were doing like, it looked like you were doing a feather flip, 360 flip, but you weren't. It didn't look like you were pressure flipping into it like
it was
we
like
do.
a half.
You were doing
like a half shove it.
Yeah, you're doing a shove that turned halfway, which is I feel like such a harder way of doing it.
Well, we never choose the easy ways, do we?
Yeah.
I remember going into the barracks, and Chase was like, "Do you want to film a dream trick?" And I was like, "I don't have any. Like, I don't know what. I don't have a. Let me throw stuff."
Yeah.
And I think at the time I was doing the. This is another shout out to Julio, because Julio the dream. He calls it the dream flip, and I think it's a shove it, like shove it cast or shove it feather flip or something. What does he do? He said it came to him in dream once. He said it on the 9 Club too. Anyway, it's on there.
Yeah.
But so I was going back and forth with Julio, trying to be like, dude, tell him, because I like the one he did where it was like almost a 360 shove it from the nose, like a switch pressure 360. He did it like off the corner of like this weird little door hip that's not a hip, and he filmed the whole part in like 2 days or something. But so I was watching his part in The Deal Is Dead or something.
I mean, that's his best part. Yeah, I was going to say I would put him on Mount Rushmore just for The Deal Is Dead part.
But that, I mean, I don't know if Matt's ever seen that stuff.
Oh, he has. Yeah.
So that's where I could see that being a huge influence on Matt too, because I was like, how do I do that stuff and make it a little different, like make it not pressure? How do I do it without a pressure flip, right?
Yeah.
And so I was going the transroll part. I had a couple feather, because I remember playing one of the first games of Skate, the S game of Skate. That was at trade shows. And this was like at 2000 and maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And I was like third, and me and Costin were playing for 3rd and 4th place. And I remember him, that was the first time I ever seen it, and he did that trick, and I got it like that was the end letter or something, and I was like, what the fuck was that? And I didn't think about it for ages. I never learned it.
Yep.
And then when I seen, I remember watching Julio like 2015 or some shit, and I seen him do all these things. I was like, what the fuck is that called? It didn't have a name. YouTubers gave it the name feather flip, I think, right? So I was doing it for the Transworld Spotlight that I had in 2015. And so I was doing it a lot, and I would obviously mess up a lot. That has a very pressure flippy vibe too. I mean, Matt probably does it with his eyes closed, but that like motion, like the impossible motion, and that. So I was doing that a lot, and when Chase asked me if I could do one, I was like, fuck, something weird. I need to do something weird because I mean, I can't just do like a front blunt kickflip out as my dream trick. So I was just throwing shit. I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah.
here's one that I don't know what's gonna happen. So it took me 2 days to do that.
Nice.
Yeah, I got Lance Mountain was skating that day too, which was pretty.
hell yeah.
It was pretty sick.
Nice.
And I was absolutely shocked that worked. But it was it was like a kind of a pressury shove it to where it rotated half, and then I flicked it back and just hoped to God it did it. And after 2 days, one of them worked. So
yeah, pressury shove it because for the pressure flip, the feather flips that Matt always does, it's more of a pressure flip like impossible, so your foot doesn't even leave the board, and then he hits. I kind of give him shit because I think a proper one like Julio, you got to hit the tail, but he actually hits the truck with his foot. So he does do them with his eyes closed, but I'm like, but you're hitting the truck.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if it's, again, feather flip was the YouTube name for it. I don't know.
Yeah. That's Julio. He's probably the first one to do them.
I know, but I think Julio probably hits. I don't know if Julio hit the tail or not. I just assumed that he did.
I remember on those super wrapped ones. On those super wrapped ones, especially the ones where he goes 180, it's like all tail.
Oh, so I think he did the one I'm talking about. He did off a 3-stair, and he did it like big spinny, almost like a feather with a big spin. Yeah, and I think that's the one he said was a dream flip. But I don't know if I don't think I ever looked at whether or not he hit the actual tail or the truck. I don't know if that would be a different.
We're gonna have to pull that up.
Yeah,
you know how hospital flips and Caspers are different.
I was just gonna say.
Like I don't know if that's like what happens to your truck or what to the tail. I just was like, it's turning, so he just hit it so it turns.
Right, it's achieving the same thing.
We should have a skateboard encyclopedia.
Yeah, is there not one?
I think Andy Anderson might be trying to write one. He always has his little workbook out.
Honestly,
and he's writing stuff.
Probably one of the best people we got to do it. So
I think his
brain's probably really, really good for it.
But even though I consider skateboarding such an art form, and for the highest intellect of culture, I think also the general public might think that that's the stupidest idea in the world that somebody would come up with a skateboard encyclopedia.
Yeah. Well, maybe a lot of skaters will too. Like maybe there's like, I don't give a shit. Like if you need a encyclopedia, then maybe.
I bet it. I feel like wasn't there one on like Barracks? Didn't Barracks have?
Well, there is Wikipedia's got.
Yeah.
But do they have a list of every single trick? Yeah, exactly.
Well, as soon as you get into YouTube, like dragon flips and plasma, whatever these are, I don't think any of the older guys are just gonna be like, I don't know what the hell a plasma flip is, or a disco flip, or
Todd Falcon would get his own volume.
Why he got 3,500 tricks?
I still call it
something
the old
like that,
Gelfin.
Right? Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. Just doing the old Gelfin down that stair set.
Yeah, I just call Ollie's ring pieces like O's, just big O's, big ring piece down the fucking set.
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about when I say that, but
the big O.
I like ring piece because it sounds fucking filthy.
Yeah,
big Ollie.
Yeah, that was my complaint about 5-incher too. A little big for the title. Yeah, should have taken it down a few inches.
Well, like
it's intimidating.
We did the curb thing. So like we did a trailer for the video and called it 5-inchers, and I was like, what the hell? I wanted to call it All Moist.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah, but
I like that.
They didn't like that. So for so long, I was like, I wanted to do my own thing and call it All Moist and just have like, I don't know, do some whole fucking thing with it, but it never happened.
I don't know. People have an aversion to that word. I think it's trendy for some reason not to like that. They hear the word moist.
Like, I don't like that word.
I don't like that word.
That's why I wanted to use it.
Yeah.
Because hopefully the skating would be good, and then you don't give a shit. You're like, then you'd have to say that name forever if you wanted to watch the video again. But it was a weird like why are we all skating a curb called 5-incher, but then we called the video 5-incher. There's not a single curb in. I don't know. It was just bizarre, but it turned out like at the end when I wasn't dead and my kidneys recovered, and I didn't even go to the premiere. I was so fucking choked on it, like just the whole experience of it.
Mm-hmm.
First part I had, it was the first time I had the last part in a video. Didn't even go. And then like months later when I had rewatched the video again, it was like, fuck, Colin did such a good job with nothing.
Right.
That it was turned into one of my favorite parts of myself that I have, which is, which I'm stoked that he did that for us.
The magic of editing.
Yeah.
I told you, spinning gold out of nothing.
Yeah, he killed it, and it round 3. I've had like 4 that I like, but the last one as well, the last part I had in 2019 was probably why I felt okay to cap it at that. You know what I mean? Like I'm okay with. At the start, I had almost round 3, and at the end, I had this one, which
one with the big dark slide.
Big dark slide, yes, yeah. Well, it just like because I always had an issue with song. Like I remember watching like Heath Kirchart and Reynolds. I mean, obviously they have money these companies have money to pay for these songs that suit their skating, and they have like big editors that know, this is how to make your park look epic.
Yep.
You have the song, you have the tricks, and then you have the editing or the filming or whatever.
Yep.
And when you have all 3 of them, it's you get like a Heath Kirchart part or like a fucking Reynolds part.
Yeah.
I could never figure out
Moody Blues.
Yeah,
really
I could never
cutting you deep in your soul.
Dude, and there you get like, oh my God, this like makes me feel good.
Yeah.
I could never, I didn't think I ever found this, like the way the music fit my skating. Besides round 3, but that was lucky because I was just like, I like this song, boom.
Right.
And it just turned out that song is fucking epic, and it led itself to be what it was. But the last
video game.
Yeah, I mean the video game likes it. Why wouldn't anybody else? Yeah. But so like the last part, I finally found. I felt like I finally found the recipe for the tricks I had in that part, and the song, and the way that it was edited, and it was a bunch of filmers, but it all tied together in a way where I was like, fuck, I finally found it at the end. But
yeah, right.
At least I got it to where I'm like, you know what? I feel so confident that was like one of my better parts for how, where I was in my career, that it was, I felt really good about it anyway.
Yeah.
But it would have been nice to have that the whole time, because then you'd have like every single.
Some people probably never find it.
That's what I mean. And then, yeah.
So if you found it at some point,
yeah, I did.
Good.
Yeah, and again the trick selection that I was fortunate enough to get the angles and the land the tricks that I was able to land and have it all together to where it came together, and I was like, fuck, this is
right.
I was really confident with that one as well, but there's only been a couple.
And that was for your company.
It was like a indie part, but my company was nothing, so that I just put it in there anyway, just to be like, here we go.
I see.
Yeah, but it was mostly indie thrasher part.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you do like transworld parts and stuff, like, you have to go through their free catalog of music to be like, God, I have to listen to like 700 songs to find one that actually might work.
Right.
Which was what I did for the Spotlight song, and I was just like, oh God.
So what's next for Brainchild?
I don't know. I think because we're trying to do, I do my own art on it, and I do that stuff, and I make mostly my shape, so that if it doesn't sell, I can just skate it.
Right.
But I started it to have like more of a mental health focus, but obviously I was ill prepared in terms of my own education on mental health to deal with other people's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping to tie it into what we're doing with what I'm doing with the doctor guy, and hopefully build it out that way, because we're trying to brand this campaign for the addiction campaign and mental health as a company style branding. Mm-hmm. Like we'll make shirts and boards and stuff, and then I'll have my Brainchild shit on the side, but it'll be kind of tied in to that stuff to at least give it a little bit of credibility and education on mental health awareness and stuff like that. But I don't know, you know how it goes, man.
I was going to say, if it doesn't work out, you always have a home here at Fancy
Hey, thank you, man. Well, that's again, true. It's like I sell one board a month. You know what I mean? So it's like you make.
Well, it would be
pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say
that's not bad.
Solid. It sounds like it might be a step down. If you Fancy Lad.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't mind it. I just like it because it's an outlet for me, and it's just something I haven't. I mean, I've been fortunate to do a lot of shit. Skating's allowed me to do a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, be in video games and fucking little movies and Tony Hawk things and
talking at
Fancy Lad Pods, Fancy Lad Podcast,
Fancy Lad Podcast,
and
probably the biggest
number one skateboard podcast in the world. Yep.
Yeah, right after my MIT appearance of just being eye candy and all this stuff, and I don't know, it was just the next thing that I felt like I wanted to do as a skater is just be so fucking cool to have your own thing and. I want to do this. Like, we don't get why you do that. Like, I don't give a shit if you don't get it.
Right.
I
That's
get
not
it.
why I do it. Yeah.
I do it because it means something to me. I don't give a shit if it doesn't mean anything to these guys. So, and I like that part of it. But I'm not gonna. It's not gonna stress me out.
Right.
I won't let that stress me out. So if it's
that's not what it is. It's an outlet.
Yes, it is. And I'm hoping people will buy shit so I could keep making it an outlet. But if they don't buy shit, then I still don't. Whatever. I'll just hold on to it and make my own boards there, and hopefully people buy it.
You were in a video game? Was it an EA skate game?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and we skate it. I was the guy teaching you how to do tricks in the Nintendo Wii version.
Did you get to?
I met Pete. That was where that's the first day I met PJ.
What doing when you guys were doing like the intro shoots or something?
Dude, no, we were wearing.
Little balls?
Yeah. Spandex suit. The first time I met PJ, we were wearing spandex suits with little balls everywhere.
Yep.
And then later that day, you guys went and did motion capture. That was just your.
That was our gear.
Outfit. Yeah. I was just like, shit, we wore the same thing.
Yeah, we did. Like, we got the memo.
Yeah.
I wore Tiger Woods one. I was wearing Tiger Woods' mocap suit. Yeah, but they had to tie your shoe, like tape your shoes up and like put the balls on your shoe, and so felt like you were skating in some D3 looking shoes, and obviously PJ was doing like every single trick still.
Perfectly.
But that was the first day I met PJ, was in a spandex mocap suit, which was pretty awesome.
I wish that you could put in a good word over there at EA Skate. I haven't played any of the games. I'm more a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater guy myself. But that franchise hasn't really gone hasn't gone anywhere in a while. So
yeah, I haven't I'm not involved with the new one. I'm not involved.
Oh, you're not.
No,
the
at
4
all.
one. Oh.
No, yeah,
I don't think they have anyone. In
they
the
don't.
New one,
they
right?
went.
They just
they went free to play, kind of like Peter
Build
Pan,
your own.
Peter Pan style stuff. Yeah.
See, it shows what I know. Little to nothing.
Yeah. I never really played the skate games, but I do remember they had really cool little like intros to I think maybe at least the second and third one.
Yeah.
Where they
all three of them were good. I was with
like little cinematic
I was with we were in Portland filming, and I was with Joey Brzezinski and Lizard, and I was a Sasquatch on the scratch in my back on the trees and laying on the hood of the car and stuff. And then there was one I was sitting with Duffy as an old man, preppy.
Oh, right,
old man. And I think Dill and P-Rod were driving an ambulance at us. And I think I was supposed to jump a certain way out of there, and I jumped the wrong way, and the car they were so stressed out because the ambulance almost smoked me. So I remember them kind of yelling at me for that. But yeah, those were sick.
Yeah, those are really cool. Did fucking Spike Jones have anything to do with those? Because they reminded me of like that was can't remember who was doing it. I don't think Spike wasn't there. Wasn't involved in that.
No. No, it was just EA guys, I think.
But yeah, that shit was cool.
Yeah.
That was my acting debut.
I love it.
Thanks.
I love it. Well, I think we should take a quick break just because we need a mandatory break for our sponsors,
Right.
And come back and have a little short second half, and then
Sounds good.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
And we are back.
Oh, we are back, and that was a good break.
Gosh, just one of those breaks you dream about.
Oh, and I've been dreaming about breaks, baby, but
I know.
Alas, not the Dream Podcast.
Not the Dream Podcast, but it's been close.
Although kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of been the Dream Podcast.
Dreams. That's
true.
Yeah, Dream and Nightmare.
Yeah, that's true.
We even had a non-coffee talk segment at the beginning.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Damn it, I got to make a non-coffee talk theme now.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, just one hell of a break. We went down. Oh God, if I could just tell people everything that happened during that break, it'd be amazing.
Well,
this is luckily one of those non-Zoom interviews, so we can go as long as we want.
Yeah, we have no mandatory Zoom break like we normally do.
Yeah,
because as our Sweaty and Deranged fans know, we will not be paying for Zoom Premium ever.
Exactly. And if we knew that Chris Haslam was going to be on this podcast, we could have told all of our listeners to email fancyladpodcast@gmail.com. And but they could, if they want, they can retroactively email us questions, and I'll just text Chris and I'll email them back.
Yeah, or we could just assume what he would have answered.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll write for you.
Yeah,
okay, I won't bother
some
you.
AI shit. Yeah.
Only yes and no questions though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is mandatory. But during the break, Chris, he was admiring your guitar. He started fucking shredding pentatonic scales, literally melting our fucking face off.
Yeah, I've been playing get my extra face.
Yeah, I've been playing the same thing for like 20 years, so
that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't know that you were musically inclined. I didn't know that you were. Do you ever try to write any stuff yourself, or you just dabble as a hobby?
I dabble mostly as a hobby. I mostly metal stuff too. Like I tried to do, but I've been again playing the same 3 songs for like 20 years, and they all morph into one song. So
right.
But then I had probably like 6 years ago, I had a storage unit with a bunch of my shit, and I had a Les Paul Jr. I had Gibson SG, the cherry wood one, and then an Ibanez bass that some meth head stole everything I owned out of it. So then I had a Schecter guitar in my van when I was in there, and so that's the only guitar I have left.
Right.
So I kind of just slowly.
So you got to play metal.
Yeah. Well, I just slowly kind of like, fuck it.
What's some of the metal you've been playing? I'm sure.
Well, I mean, I don't play little bits of like Slaughter the Souls of At the Gates, and then Amon Amarth stuff, like Swedish metal stuff, and then I do like a lot of 10-9-8 zone. Yeah,
it's a good zone.
Yeah, so it's I don't know. I don't play often. I just again pick it up once in a while and do the same fucking presses.
What have you been listening to recently? What was the last thing that you could recall listening to for enjoyment?
For enjoyment? Well, because I'll drive like 12 hours and I don't listen to any music.
Really?
Yeah. I do that I don't listen to music in my car.
Don't listen to anything?
No.
So you pull a David Lynch. He does the same. He won't listen to music unless he could sit down and actively listen to it.
Yeah.
He won't listen to it while driving because it's disrespectful to the music.
No, I'm not. I don't know. I don't go that crazy. I don't like, 'cause I don't know why. I think I just like the emptiness of just being able to hear. Maybe it's from liking, I don't skate with headphones in either because I just like noise and I like the.
That's crazy to me, skating with headphones.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I don't like doing it either.
So
maybe it translates into my driving, hearing like, wind, or I don't know what it does. I can think about shit. Maybe that's my form of daytime meditation or some shit, But,
I mean, that
good time to clear your head.
Yeah.
Autonomous activity is perfect for, the same thing, to clear your head for daydreaming meditation. Same thing with running on a treadmill or anything like that. That's just repetitive and you're just like kind of putting yourself on autopilot up there.
Maybe that's why I play the same 3 songs on the guitar that I made.
Could be.
Yeah. But
I was also going to say, I'm surprised you haven't tried to make any board manipulations yourself because, you seem like a pretty DIY sort of guy, pretty hands-on, handy guy.
Yeah.
You're talking about your guitar mods.
Well, that was Louis. Louis modded I had an Epiphone special too that Louis Barletta modeled into the Prince cymbal guitar that I ruined because I sanded too much. But
yeah, but
I don't know. Well,
but then the arcade. Then you show me the
arcade unit
that he built out and hand painted himself.
It's an emulator. It has 29,000 games.
We got like a Raspberry Pi in there.
It's a Pandora.
Okay.
But it's like a full
size cabinet.
Full cabinet that my homies CNC'd and then I painted and epoxied and did the lighting and the whatever. It's in my house. It's one of the bigger possessions I own because everything else got stolen. So now this is the centerpiece of my apartment.
What kind of like display is it? Is it like the old
No,
display, or is it just like
I got a like a monitor, just a monitor.
Yeah.
And I had some plexiglass from some frames that my buddy made me. So they're thick plexi, and I just used the plex and then put the monitor and then sprayed black where the monitor doesn't go.
Right.
And then I just screwed it into the cabinet. Sick. And then I had the what's that called? The marquee. What's that?
I think it is I think it is the marquee. Yeah.
Whatever
where it says the name of the game.
Yeah. So I did everything with like WWF things like Mario and Luigi or Ninja Turtles are skating, but they have like, Jimmy Snuka and all these WWF all along the sides. And then on the marquee is like a plexi with a vinyl that I drew a picture and put it on a vinyl and stuck it on the and then epoxied over it.
That's sick.
And then had lighting in there, so it plays with the changing of the tones of the game you're playing. It will change to all sorts of. But it was crazy. Yeah, if I didn't have my buddies at Wired Snowboards CNC'd the base cabinet model for me, and then I just did everything, painted it and put it together. But
I didn't know that you were that much of a gamer. You're picking your songs from Gran Turismo game.
It just so happens that these moments at work that I don't like. I'm not like an avid gamer, right? I'm not like I don't spend like 14 hours a day playing.
I mean, I wouldn't call myself a gamer at all either. I'm not someone that would. But as you saw, I got like 10 systems set up out there. Yeah,
they're all the like my Pandora's all the 2D side scrolling until like Crash Bandicoot, those PS1 ones.
Right.
And then it doesn't have the capability to do the good 3D stuff. Yeah. So it's all those games that you have.
Yeah, it's all retro
nostalgia games, which is
I just
cool.
like to occasionally play that for 20, 40 minutes.
Likewise.
And then maybe Contra. 2 weeks later go pick it up, do the same thing.
Metal Slug.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm an avid gamer, but I do like that shit. I mean, I like the like WWF shit and the not WWE but WWF like early days ones and
like Doink the Clown.
Yeah, Doink and like all these boys.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah, Bam Bam and when Doink and Dink and all these guys. Yeah. Though that era was my zone, so I like that kind of era. So these video games are part of that. And so that. But going back to the modifications on the board thing, I think it goes back to, like anybody that's ever going to do that now, it's going to be like
pointed at Matt.
Yeah, obviously. And I think that's amazing because it's so hard nowadays for that to happen.
Right. Yeah. How else?
Like, I could do it, but it's going to just be like a
he's
mediocrity.
He's trying to be Matt Tomasello.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what I will like, because I like more the because I don't know what the hell's going on half the time that these things are flipping around and shit. Like, I mean, I can understand a little bit, but it's like beyond me, like how slingshotty that, like, I don't know how the slingshot stuff works or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So I go more along the lines of his ability to what the pressure flip, his creativity going into the pressure flip stuff, and not necessarily pressure flips, but what it allows him to do in terms of like the those weird ollies that he does, and like how he pressures and goes around the bank with the corners in. Like I watch that stuff because that's the stuff that will trigger stuff in me being like, oh shit, that's like, I get that. I can add that to something that I can do.
Yeah.
And make him out. So I like that.
That's the traditional board wizardry.
Yeah, I mean, not the other stuff's bad. Like that stuff blows my mind, but it's like watching Mega Ramp for me. I'm like it's like
right.
I don't
amazing,
have
but
like I don't. I'm not kidding.
I'll leave it to them.
Yeah.
They clearly got this under wraps.
Yeah, he definitely has. Yeah. He definitely has that niche. That's his now. Like and like with the springs and like all the stuff and even if you did do that stuff, like he's already so far ahead of what he's doing that you're just basically mediocrity.
Yeah.
Right.
He's already already done everything. I mean, how long has he been doing that shit? Like 10 years or something?
Yeah, probably since around like 2012.
So like everyone's just going to be playing catch up.
Or he started doing it right after us, actually. See, because Jesse James, Yell Exit Jesse James from England, was doing it with the in the Golden Egg video with Avi, and he started riding for Fancy Lad, and then I started dabbling a little. I made a few manips, but then Abe, Orange Man, and Matt Tomasello they were like, "This is our entire thing now."
Yeah.
Right. So
I was like, "Well, I'm gonna do something else then, because I can't come up with this amount of ideas to keep up with you guys." I'm just gonna be. I felt the same way. I was like, I'm just gonna take a back seat, just trying to have one or two, and then just being like, "Oh well, these guys have like 90%. You have like one or two in your part," but it's still nice to have. It's like I was saying earlier, even with creative parts, usually if I'm watching somebody who's like creative, like a Sour video, there's a lot of traditional skateboarding even still. It's just I'm waiting for those moments that are going to blow me away.
Yeah.
But so it's still, it's still nice to try anyway. Try to be creative any way you can. So.
I like because sometimes Matt will do these things. I mean, and again, I'm like the putting, like, I don't know if he breaks the board, like, and puts them together. I don't know where the other boards come from. He just saws them or whatever.
Them.
He saws them.
So they're usually all old boards.
Yeah. So like that stuff, maybe it's just because I'm too lazy to do it, as well as it being like, now it's just a mediocrity version of where Matt's at. But sometimes things will happen in there that I don't understand, but it gives me ideas of trying something for myself. Like, oh shit, if I could hit that a certain, like I've seen some stuff you did. I mean, maybe not the throwing your board up onto the thing coming out and then sacking yourself, but the like the varial flip stuff off the ollie thing, or like the
Bigzo flip, where it's the pressure off the tail, then flips up,
and then someone, maybe you did it with two, like someone was skating next to you or something, and you did the flip that way off of their board.
Oh, right.
Somebody did something like that in the last one, whatever. And then Insta Tiago, the guy from Skate Mafia, would do a lot of stuff like that. So
he does a lot of wheel bounce flips off of poles and stuff like that too.
Stuff like that where, I mean, I'm not necessarily like going for the exact same trick, but a lot of my stuff is very spot oriented. Like I have a skill set, right? And I'm like, fuck, I can't skate ledges very good. And like, especially, you watch PJ's videos or some shit, you're just like, all right, that's beyond me. So I was always very spot focused in my selection of where I did stuff, and just tried to use the skill sets I had. But sometimes I would watch, that thing, or those off the wall things, or some of Matt's stuff, and know a spot that I was like, what the fuck can I do here? And maybe it was by accident, maybe it wasn't, maybe a board flipped a weird way that you got, that happened in a Fancy Lad video or another video, and I'd be like, oh shit, perfect. Yeah. I can do the bail. And if I bailed it right on this spot, it could lead to something. It could lead to something else. Right. And so that's what I usually take from like guys like Matt and yourself and your videos and shit like that is that's what I would take from like Rodney as well. Like he would say that he would just fucking kick his board around and see how it would flip and be like, oh shit.
Right.
I appreciate that. That is flattering. And I sometimes when I'm filming Matt and I'm watching him warm up and he keeps bailing, I'll see his board sometimes do something crazy, and I'll like suggest, I'm like, instead of what you're trying, you should do this, because you almost just did this with your board by accident.
Yeah, if you let the spot dictate the trick, you can get some much interesting stuff, and also save yourself somewhat of a headache.
Well, you have to allow yourself to be okay with like, this. I came here to do this, and it's a fucking nightmare. But I fucking bailed it, and I don't ever see anybody doing that, so I might as well. I've done that, like some of the I did a 5-inch rock kickflip fakie over that Barcelona thing.
Yep.
I didn't go there to do that.
Yeah.
I went there because I would, before I went up and I rocked a fakied on it and then like switched ollied out over the little stem that was on where it connected. Because you can't roll down that.
Yeah.
So you have to like ollie. So I like rocked a fakied and then like ollied out in like a globe edit or some shit. So I went there to do a frontside disaster and then ollie out back in. Fucking couldn't do that to save my life.
It's funny you mentioned that trick because that was actually the one trick when we were watching with our girlfriends that they decided to ask, can you guys do these tricks? And I saw that. I was like, maybe on like a 1-foot quarter pipe.
Yeah. Well, I'd literally only done that like cheese and crackers style. Like that was so like, 5-foot ramp or whatever.
Right.
And it was just like, fuck, I got nothing. I have to be open to, I'm here. And I was just on a 2-week trip to the Canary Islands and I got nothing. I was just sitting around with Louis and Jose and those guys. And I didn't get anything.
I mean, I just love that idea of the creative process that happens so much of getting ideas from a mistake, which is the bales.
Yeah.
So
and then there's another one when I was going over the bumps at Barcelona, the Bezos bumps over the rail.
Yeah. Yeah. The Ron foot.
Yeah. But I didn't go there to do that either. And that turned out to be like to me, that was like the coolest thing I could have done, but I didn't go there to do that. I went there to do some other shitty move, like kickflip late shove or some shit that I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just do this. And I did it. And then when the video came out, I had so many people. He's like, dude, that trick was fucking. I was like, all right. That kind of allowed me to just be like, you know what? I'm just going to let whatever happens at these spots and be okay with. Yeah. And then the pressure goes into the filmer guys because this is another thing. If you can do the trick and you film it like shit, it still
doesn't
sucks.
look like anything. Yeah.
And you can film a simple trick and film it like shit and it's terrible, but you can do the same trick and film it sick and it changes. It could change people's idea of how they skate. Yeah. So
exactly. And we based the entire every Fancy Lad video on that fact alone.
Dude, I know exactly. And it's much like who's the magenta guy? Morishita, what's his name? I can't remember his name. But the way that he films some of the Japanese Far East productions videos, like real tight, real like quick.
Oh yeah.
If you film those from any other way,
looks like nothing.
Yeah, it would look like
just imagine film that on long lens.
Dude, rolling long lens, it would just be like,
it'd be horrible. Like doing like a kick turn, like just like the other day they did a quick kick turn and they put their foot on the ground.
Exactly. So when you film stuff like Matt, if you film Matt stuff in a way that's like how you do, you don't have any idea what's happening, especially when the cuts are quick, like you were saying. Everything's just like what the. So that's why YouTube and shit, the watch time. You're like, what the fuck? So you have to rewatch it like 500 times to be like, what the fuck happened? Especially with, when the board starts doing stuff and you're like, oh my God.
And people wonder why we always get a scratch lens,
I saw that. You're, was it? No, is this skateboarding?
Yeah.
It had like was that all Matt's?
No, that was mostly from me, actually.
Dude,
I was the first one to
lens is all cloudy
scratch it with the grip tape. I know, but that was back when we were really dirt poor.
Yeah, every
that was
lens
because we
had,
could not afford anything else.
Had a scratch.
Oh, really?
But it's the only way the tricks work if you get right up in there.
Yeah.
So, man. Well, Socrates style, Socrates would twist the fisheye. So like he would get close, but his arms are like twisting it. So he would do a lateral, like a twist with the follow, but real close. So when you watch it, you're just like on vertigo or something.
Yeah.
But he made the whole, like, what do you do? Trilogy and the Menace stuff and like World History stuff. 20 shot. Yeah. Like all these videos were his type of, you should see his thumb and stuff. It's all jacked from like.
French Fred does that with long lens too, actually, in stair sets.
That was the Medic Mahdi time, wasn't it?
Yeah, Medic Mahdi and Flip Sorry would have it all twisted and then like level it out on the landing.
Yeah.
But
That's what I do every time I film people with their iPhone. If they're like, "You film this clip," I'm always like,
Oh, just
I hold it at like one angle and then like
Crooked
kind of do like a zoom and then like have it at the other angle.
Yeah.
But you just like look and you're like, just use the angles that make the spot look crazier.
Yeah.
You know, because you can just like tilt it and be like, "Oh, this bank looks a lot fucking gnarlier now."
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's crazy that like since because the hard post Instagram is a square format. Like, it's perfect for VX1000 stuff, but
Right.
trying to film like vertically on your
9:16.
phone,
Yeah.
like it's
that blows my mind
impossible.
that's how everyone wants their stuff filmed. They're like, "Yeah, film it vertical." Fucking why?
Instagram.
Why are you filming this?
Dude,
why are you
I
filming
know,
this?
Instagram.
Then?
That's
Yeah,
how
why are
people
you-
look at their phone, though.
Yeah,
So
I know, but
it's an inconvenient truth.
I just don't like that. That's what people are doing. I
No,
guess.
well, I mean, yeah, it's part of the time,
the
right?
thing,
But like,
yeah.
I've resorted to just tripod and like, how do you get like a 3-trick combo Manny into a vertically framed 9x16? It never looks good because it's always straight on,
Yep.
or like it's if you want to get wide, it's like wide enough to where it's too small, or so
Well,
it drives me nuts. So I have to like, not that I limit those tricks, but I just have to deal with how shitty the angle
Yeah.
is.
Well, if you got a filmer
Yeah.
buddy, what I do sometimes, see, the problem with this is you have to upload the footage and then
Yeah.
transfer it to your phone. But I use the HD camera, a fisheye, but I just turn it sideways and then film like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you got a filmer buddy,
That was
works.
literally the last post I had was my Andrew Cannon, my homie in Phoenix. That's how he films his YouTubes, and he did it. And so that's why but then the algorithm changed so that nobody watched it.
Really?
I went from like, pretty decent amount of views to like nothing because the
Damn.
algorithm for Reels just changed. And I'm
Right.
just like, dude, what the hell?
Sick of this Al Gore rhythm.
Dude.
I know. Who is
Talk
that?
about inconvenient truth.
You know what?
Is that a guy?
Popular vote.
Yeah, I've seen him dance.
No rhythm.
Yeah,
He's
no
not
rhythm.
good. He's
no
not
rhythm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Al,
no good.
Al
no
Gore,
good.
Al Gore isn't good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't get me started on Tipper Gore.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That uppity
She's trying
bitch
to,
put the parental
she's trying to
advisory
protect
labels.
the kids. She's trying to protect the kids.
No, I can thank her because every time I saw a parental advisory label, I knew that album was going to slap.
That's true.
I was like, I can't wait for
Yeah.
Rage Against the Machine to say fuck 20 times on this song.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure you got still, I mean, you've been asking us questions, but I'm sure you still have a million questions for us.
I do. Well, yeah. I mean, an hour and how long are your videos usually? Like I've seen a bunch of them are like an hour.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they're
usually
all
around
over that.
runtime. We try to keep them under an hour as a rule of thumb. But we end up, everybody's like, dude, I'm so excited for my part. I'm so excited for my
Yeah.
part. And then
Yeah.
you just want to give everybody a full part because they're so excited. And then it's just turns into this soul-crushing editing thing where you just have to try to, you're like, do I just cut them out completely? Do I give them a half a part? What am I going to do here? So the last video was pretty long, but we had been filming for too long.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just why we did make a New Year's resolution that we were going to try to stick to shorter videos. And if that means just like two people have a full part
Right. That's what you're
and a
saying.
montage, then
Yeah,
so
yeah.
be it.
Yeah.
When Matt has a new part, that's when filming's done for the video or something like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
because there's always a next one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So there's no need for us to like.
Well, I
keep...
was saying at least two parts so you can bookend it.
No, just one.
Yeah. Well, Matt will have first and last part. Like
I was going to say,
Rodrigo,
it's like,
TX.
yeah, hard to follow that sort of skating because it's just like, what is going, like, oh my God. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're trying to be like
It would hard to be the one other person.
the
in a
follow
part
up
with
is,
Matt.
yeah, like,
Well, that's why Matt would have last part
Well, obviously.
and first.
And
yeah.
first.
and first part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a tough one. I know.
Well, Thomas L. sandwich.
I know. Well, you know, since you're the most famous skateboarder we've ever had in the podcast studio,
Mhm.
you know, if you could, you know, put in a good word for Matt with the president of skateboarding,
yeah. Yeah. He's
Peter
probably,
Granis.
he's
Peter
probably,
Granis,
yeah, he's
yeah.
probably new now. I don't know. I think I've been out of the game for a little bit.
Damn.
But
Yeah.
I would definitely, I'm sure they already know about him. It's hard not to.
Just tell Rodney.
Just mention his name to Rodney. Be
Just
like, Rodney,
tell-
does this name mean anything to you?
I don't
just
know if
say-
I have. I know.
Do it.
I mean, I'll do it when I
yeah,
get dropped out.
Just mention it. Yeah.
I mean, surely Rodney's heard of his Rodney Mullen on bath salts part.
I sent that to
title.
my homie yesterday. So, and
Your homie Rodney Mullen.
Well, no, my other homie, but
Yeah.
who is here? Who actually the doctor? Homie
Oh, the doctor
that's
homie.
here.
Good
Hell
homie.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's two of us, and then I could show him. I'll show him again. I'll show him that and see
Hell
what he
yeah.
says, and I'll text you. So you guys are high.
Yeah, just like instantly, like, be looking for a cease and
He's like,
desist in the mail.
Dude, he's fucking choked.
Yeah.
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 Well, I can't wait. I met Rodney once at the Lynch Park, and I gave him a copy of his skateboarding, I think. But God knows if he ever watched it. He
I
probably
don't know.
thought I was just some Joe Schmo off the street, just looking for a handout, and he probably threw it right in the garbage.
Yeah. Well, we probably put it in the pile next to the
Yeah,
cafeteria room.
Exactly.
It just wasn't the one they picked out.
Exactly.
I met him in 1997 at a blind A-Team demo at the
Oh.
Coliseum, and I had him sign a blind sticker. And I still have that sticker here somewhere.
If you ever meet him, you should have him
But
sign it again.
Because the blind guys were giving out stickers, and I was like, you sign this?
Damn, dude.
And he did. And someone was like, he's not on blind. I was like, no, I haven't. There was no
He was
A-Team
close
stickers.
enough. It was
There's no A-Team stickers.
blind by association.
I had it
yeah.
on my helmet for a long time.
Yeah.
So is the sticker on your helmet still?
No, I took it off and put it.
Damn, you
in
peeled
a-
it off?
I peeled it off and like preserved it
Oh,
because I was like, I shouldn't have put this on my
You
helmet.
should've
What
done
was I doing?
tattoo style and just cut the helmet around the sticker.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
I was a dumb kid.
Yeah, not the brightest bulb in the bunch.
Okay, come on. I didn't have to say that.
Pretty dumb as nails, if you know what I'm saying.
This is what I deal with.
Well, Chris, hopefully you're working on a new part. I can't wait to
Oh.
hopefully just squeeze some last little juice
Juice
out of you
out,
for the
yeah.
for the goodness of the culture, skateboarding culture,
But I'm not working on shit. I'm just working on
That's fine, too.
maintaining. But like usually what my process is if I get a trick that I feel like could be an ender trick first.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Then
You
you're
know,
like, well, you need something to.
Yeah, if I can, but I need to put the effort in to get that. And at this day and age, it's like, okay, your filmer homie's got like 4 kids and
Yep.
works at, it's just like not in the realm as easy as it was before. But usually when I get a ender move, close to ender move first is when I start filling in the rest. And that's how I've been for the last couple parts, right? Because I got the dark slide pretty early on in my last one, and then I just was like, "Fuck."
Makes sense. Start with the ender first.
You'll be surprised how much pressure it
Oh yeah,
eliminates
no,
from
absolutely.
you. And then
absolutely.
and you're like, you film all this shit, and like, my whole thing was like, I'm not that I saying I never had filler before, but like, why would I have filler?
Mm-hmm.
Filler is for Instagram and all this shit.
Filler is something you don't want to hear people use
I know.
to
And
describe
it's different.
You
stuff,
want it to be all killer.
It's
Yeah.
different
No
for
filler.
everyone too, right? Filler,
Right.
like my idea of
It is
my own
objective.
filler
Yeah.
is different than, say Matt's or say,
Mhm.
yours or whatever. But, and that, and kick flipping down a gap isn't necessarily filler because for me, it was about showing the whole range
Mm-hmm.
because you have years to film this shit.
Right.
And at the end of your career, like if you're known as the rail guy,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, fuck, I can't skate rails. I want to extend my career, but people are uncomfortable seeing me do manuals, and I don't have the right style for manuals because I've been Peter Panning myself off of these cliffs. They're going to gravitate to someone they feel comfortable with, like Day One, who could manual. You're like, oh, I like this, and he could go forever. So it's like I was always conscious of being putting everything in there so that when the time came, I didn't look uncomfortable to people skating a mini ramp or skating a manual pad or skating a stair set if I wanted to. So
Right.
it was always there, and they always like, oh yeah, he's just doing his thing.
But you're
instead
a
of-
well-rounded skater, and you
Yeah,
want it to be. You
I
want
wanted-
that to be represented.
Yeah, because that's how when you get older, you're going to be like, fuck, I want to still do this, and I want to do it where people still feel the same way and give you the same, ego boost or
And
whatever.
Matt does like a similar thing where he'll do like like occasionally more like normal tricks, just to like remind people like I can do the other stuff. Like I'm
like
not like
one-footed backside.
Because there's always
going to
be someone that's just like, oh, that dude only skates handrails. That dude only does this.
I think,
and if that's the only footage you see, then but
it's been a minute since I've seen Matt hit a rail, but he did do a 1 foot back 5-0 down a handrail.
He did one-footed back nose blunt slide over that thing too. Yeah. I think that's the thing with his type of skating is that he could probably do that for his whole time, and that's people are used to seeing him do that, so he could do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, luckily we chose low impact.
I know. I tied in with Rodney and Mullen, and I kind of lowered the impact of what I was doing as well. That's what I was able to keep doing.
And by chose, I mean by default.
Yeah, right.
Well, I don't know. Mine was just coincidentally lucky, I think. So now that I know how it all went down, but they allowed me to tie my name to theirs, which has transformed my whole trajectory in the skate world, which I can't be too choked about.
Yeah. Well,
people always say success involves a lot of luck. You know.
Yeah. I just didn't think that it was like
that it was going to be like that kind of luck.
It wasn't luck, dude. It was all, but it was
like that's literally like a draw of a hat.
Yeah, it was so coincidental, and it just was like, wow, that's so weird.
Well, thank you, Day One, and thank you, Rodney, for your contribution to
absolutely,
skateboarding.
Man.
Thank you, guys.
And thank you, Chris Haslam.
Thank you, guys.
For being on the podcast. This was
thanks for having me.
Truly a treat. You know,
out of nowhere. Yeah, not that. Well, I was planning to be here, but just coincidentally.
I apologize that you got to get back in that Fancy Lad van. Just hold your breath the entire time for the
diapers.
Ride.
They're in the back.
Yep.
Yeah, you had to hide those.
Yep.
Yeah,
they might have moved up to the front by now.
But is there any last words you want to embark upon our listeners?
Oh, thanks for the couple hours of hospitality in the Boston, Jamaica Plains area.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I guess we're not technically in Jamaica Plains.
We're not. We're technically in Roxbury.
Roxbury, right Roxbury hospitality.
That's right. Now everyone knows where the Fancy Lad podcast studio is.
I think they all kind of figured it was in the area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Tom, do you have any last words you want to say?
Per usual? Nah, I'm good. What about you, Bigzo?
I only think of one.
One word.
One line from
a few words.
Native Canadian.
Here we go.
Keep on rocking in a free world.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.